Not dressed for rain. Didn't plan on rain. It's raining. So a couple days ago, a good friend of mine, Allie, Wayfinder Allie is her YouTube channel, posted a video called How I Became an Outdoor Instructor. I think that's what it's called. I'll put a link to it up here. And it got me thinking not about how I became an outdoor instructor, but why I'm still an outdoor instructor. I've been doing this for a long time, I think right around 18 years. And let's talk about that, and we're going to do it in a kayak. Let's go paddling. I really need to replace this. It kills me every time. When I have time to paddle alone, when I'm not teaching, and during a pandemic, I'm not teaching, I go on the water and I set a strict time limit. Like today I'm going to do 45 minutes, which isn't a lot of time. On a lake I've paddled 1,000 times, literally probably 1,000 times. I pick specific skills to work on. And so today, because it's been a little while since I paddled, I'm going to work on the forward stroke and integration of strokes, which are key skills when you move from beginner to intermediate. But it's always good to work on those basic skills. They're the core for everything that we do. While I'm doing that, I'm going to talk about why I'm still a paddle instructor. So working on my skills, the first thing I like to do is just get a feel for the boat, particularly if I have to paddle for a while. Make sure I've got a nice firm connection. Make sure my forward stroke feels good. I've got a little bit of wind off of this point of the boat, so front right quarter. Which is going to make the boat want to go flat to it when I stop paddling, or into it while I am paddling. So I'm going to play with that a little bit. Oh, it's raining just a little bit now. I'm going to play with that just a little bit, work an edge, work that wind, just get a feel for the boat. But really I'm thinking about my forward stroke in all of these different orientations with the wind and the water. Water isn't too big of an influence today. It feels so good to be in a boat. It's been about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks since I've been in a boat. Super nice. So why am I still a kayaking instructor? There are a couple of reasons, and I was actually asked this on a performance review a couple of years ago by a boss that I don't think particularly liked me. He's like, why are you still an instructor? I think he was looking for me to not have a good reason so that he could say, I think it's time for you to stop instructing. But I had a great reason, and I had it quickly. I said to him that my reason was completely selfish. When teaching something like kayaking, which I've been teaching for years, decades almost, 2 decades. Wow, it's really raining now. Every time I teach the forward stroke, I learn something new, or a new way to teach it, or a new way to talk about it. And that for me is just super empowering. I really enjoy that. Rain. Not dressed for rain. Didn't plan on rain. It's raining. It's supposed to rain this afternoon. I think it's just going to rain for a little bit. So that was my first reason, was greed. Greed for knowledge, greed for learning a new way to do something I've done a million times. And I think as reasons go, that's a pretty good reason. My second reason is it keeps me active, it keeps me outside, it keeps me away from a computer, it keeps me away from my cell phone. I don't want those sorts of disruptions or interactions as much as we all get them and are forced to get them. And I'm as guilty as anyone of getting sucked into my cell phone, but I realize it and I'm like, this is a bad thing. So being outdoors, doing something outside for a living helps me do that. Okay, so the next part of working on skills, sidebar, is my lake has these buoys on it. And I like to use these buoys to work on turning. Just simple turns. This is an edge turn with a sweep. This is a 17-foot long boat that doesn't like to turn real well. So let's force it to turn. I could even throw in a little crossbow rudder. Not quite enough speed, but look at how fast it turns. Come back to a sweep. Super nice. That's good practice. And you gotta do stuff like this to remain good. We want to stay in beginner's mind. We want to stay away from false mastery bullshit. What's this floating in the water? The water is like a bathtub. It is July 8th in North Carolina, and it is hot. The third reason is it's freaking fun. I absolutely love that I get paid to go outside and teach people how to do cool things in the outdoors. It's the best job in the world. Now, that's not to say that there aren't bad sides, like I'm now gonna spend the rest of my day wet, right? When I'm teaching kayaking, I'm spending the bulk of my time paddling as slowly as I can because they just can't keep up with me, and I'm not even a particularly fast paddler. So there are definitely downsides. I spend the bulk of my life lugging and organizing gear, and that's an important thing that you don't think about. Particularly as a paddler, I'm moving dozens of boats on a weekend that weigh 50 to 70 pounds on trailers and off trailers and to the water and away from the water. It's really raining now, and it's hard work. But it's better than sitting in front of a computer. So I worked on forward stroke. I've worked on some integrated strokes, some turning strokes to get around those buoys. I've done some edging just to get a feel for the boat. All of these are good things for me on my workout. Tell you, you can also do something like the low brace turn, which is that. Dig the blade in a little bit, look at how much the boat turns. You lose a lot of momentum. You do that stroke wrong and you're upside down and swimming, or hopefully upside down and rolling, but maybe swimming. What are the other reasons that I'm still a kayaking instructor or an outdoor educator? It's fun. It is hard work, but it's fun. Oh, the other downside, the pay isn't great. I've been doing it for a long time. I have two primary employers at this point. One of them is Knowles. The other I don't like to mention just because they're a big, huge company. I make a pretty good living with Knowles, but I only work once a month for them teaching wilderness first aid. Though I'm thinking about changing that. The other one pays me well for an outdoor educator, but not well compared to the rest of the world. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty happy and I don't stress about work all that much. At least not any more than any other pandemic person is thinking about work. So if you need help with your forward stroke, I wrote a book which is only available for the iPad called Forward. It's only available for the iPad because it's got video in it. And all it is it's about the forward stroke, and it's like $1.99. I make like 80 cents on it. You know, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I want to see people active in the outdoors, having a good time, paddling efficiently. So that can help you. Also, reach out to me. And during the pandemic, when I'm not teaching, I'm coaching people online for free. And so if you want to send me a video of you doing the forward stroke, I will help you critique that forward stroke and get it where it needs to be. And I'm doing it for free. So reach out to me, either leave a comment here, send me an email, brett@adventureotaku.com, or find me through Instagram at adventure.otaku, O-T-A-K-U. Happy to help you get rolling in the outdoors. There's also Simple Guide to Kayaking, talks a little bit about the forward stroke and sitting in the boat and all that stuff, but that's available on Amazon if you don't have an iPad. The other reason, and the biggest reason, that I am still an outdoor educator after 17 or 18 years is because I really love seeing people going out and doing something exciting and cool that is just wicked fun. If you're going on a trip, I want to know about it. If you're doing something cool, I am interested, whether I have anything to do with it or you at all. I just like it when people are actually going out and doing stuff that isn't sitting in front of a TV. So that's a look at the things that I do to keep my skills sharp. It's about paddling, it's about getting out there, it's about going and doing what you need to do to stay on top of your game. Take the time, work on your skills. It's the rain again. Work on your skills, make sure they stay sharp. Man, you can do this forever.